Hi, Lee here. Welcome back to Grain-Free Insights. I have a question for you. Do you like banana bread? I do. And I had a very hard time finding a banana bread recipe that I really loved once I decided I wanted to eat grain-free. Well, many years ago, I found just that recipe. It's here on YouTube. I'm going to link to it in the notes below so you can see it being prepared. It's called Maddie's Banana Cake. You could serve it like cake. In fact, when it's made, this is what it looks like. So it has kind of a cake look to it, more than a banana bread look to it. But the taste is exactly like the world's best banana bread. What I did, I changed the recipe, and I'm going to put my recipe below as well. I didn't change it a lot, but what I did was I tripled the recipe. I also add lemon juice or vinegar. The recipe calls for baking soda. I don't know if you know this, but whenever a recipe calls for baking powder, if you'd rather not use baking powder, you can use an equal amount of baking soda, let's say a teaspoon, and then add another equal amount of either lemon juice or vinegar, and that turns the baking soda into a duplicate of baking powder. It works great. Another thing that I've learned is that if you want to substitute for oil in a recipe, applesauce, the unsweetened applesauce that you can buy, is fabulous, and you can't tell the difference. Now, the Maddie's banana cake recipe calls for coconut oil, and it's wonderful made with the coconut oil. But try it with applesauce too. It's super moist, it's delicious, and it's so nutritious. What I have done is I have tripled the recipe and added just a touch more honey than the recipe calls for, so I could bake it in a half sheet pan. Once I bake it in that half sheet pan, and I line it with parchment first, once I bake it in the half sheet pan, I take it out, I let it cool, and then without removing it from the sheet pan, I stick it in the freezer. Let it freeze. Once it's totally frozen, then you can take it out and you can cut it very easily and refreeze it if you like. It stores for a very long time. It's super moist, and it's much easier to cut it if you freeze it first. We call it DeeDee bread here in this house. My grandson, who's now 4 years old, has been eating this, as long as he's been able to eat solid food almost, and he just loves it. He calls me DeeDee instead of Grandma, so it's DeeDee bread around here. I hope you like it. Give it a try. Let me know your thoughts. I look forward to hearing back from you, and see you soon. Take care.